Welcome once again for a session on brandy. This is the second session for the topic brandy. In today's session, we will continue with cognac. Of all the brandies produced in the world, cognac is the most famous and prestigious. This particular brandy is made in the Cognac region of France. The combination of chalky, clay soil, climate, special distillation method, maturation, and blending process makes cognac stand out from the rest of the brandies. Six regions which are known for manufacturing cognac are Grand Champagne. It does not refer to the Champagne region of France. This name is derived from Latin word campagna, which means open countryside. The area around Cognac has a soil of high chalk content, which produce excellent quality brandy that takes many years to mature. Second, Petit Champagne. The soil in this area is almost similar to Grand Champagne, but there is variation in the microclimate which produces the brandy similar to the one produced in Grand Champagne region. However, it matures earlier than the Grand Champagne region brandies. Borderies. It is a small area located at the northwest of Cognac. Papua. This area has gravel soil and the brandy manufactured here is heavier and matures early. The brandy produced here is used usually for blending process. Mobuas. The closeness to the sea and the clay content of the soil helps in producing broad-tasting brandy. Most grapes from this area are used in the production of a cheap cognac. Borderies. Part of this area are coastal and the soil is sandy. It produces harsh cognac suitable for a cheap blend. Cognac is named after town of Cognac in France. It must be made from at least 90% of Ugni Blanc, Folie Blanche, Colombard grapes. It must be distilled twice in copper still and aged at least 2 years in a French oak barrel that are sealed airtight in order to be called as cognac. Cognac is distilled in Cognac region of France from the base wine mostly made from Saint-Emilion grapes. The following steps are involved in production of cognac. First step is wine making. The must of approved grapes is allowed to ferment naturally without any addition of yeast or sulfur dioxide for about 7 to 10 days, which results in dry and high acidic wine with low alcoholic content of 8 to 10%. The acidic wine forms the base for excellent cognac. The second step is of distillation. The wine here is distilled twice. The first distillation is called as Premier Chauffe and the second distillation is called as Bon Chauffe. In the first distillation, the wine is steadily heated, which vaporizes the alcohol and allows the congeners of base wine to mix with the vapor. The raising vapors are channelized to condenser through a pipe, which is later changed into a liquid state. The second distillation, which is referred as wash-off, during this process, the distillation usually takes a longer time, and the alcohol which is produced here has the alcoholic strength of about 70%. The heart of the distillation is collected. The next step is aging. The young cognac, which are raw, fiery, and colorless, are matured in a limousine oak cask that are specially crafted for this purpose. They are aged for at least a period of 2 years. The next step is of blending. It is a very important stage in cognac production. The end product is the result of good blending. The blending is carried out to ensure consistency in quality, taste, color, and the aroma of the spirit. The last step is of bottling. The alcoholic strength of cognac is brought down to 40 to 45% by adding distilled water. The color is adjusted with little caramel. It is then filtered, rested, and bottled. A picture showing the continuous still method. Types of cognac. The first one is the Grand Champagne. It refers to cognac produced entirely from brandies or grapes grown in the Grand Champagne region. The next is Petit Champagne. It is made entirely from brandies or grapes produced from Petit Champagne region. Fine Champagne. This is a blend of Grand Champagne and Petit Champagne grapes. At least 50% should be from the Grand Champagne region. What is an Armagnac? Well, Armagnac is the world's second best brandy produced in the Armagnac region of France. The main grape varieties used in the production of Armagnac are Colombard, Ugni Blanc, Follet Blanc, and Armagnac is aged in black oak of Gascony forest. Let's see some brandy labels. Brandy has a rating system to describe its quality, and these indicators can usually be found near the brand name on the label. Following are the labels. AC, aged in wood for 2 years. VS, very special, or 3-star, aged at least 3 years in wood. VO, very old, aged a minimum of 4 years. VSOP, very special old pale or 5-star, aged at least 8 years in wood. XO, extra old, minimum aging of 8 years and above. Napoleon, aged at least 6 years. Vintage, stored in the cask until the time it is bottled. Heritage, these are too old to determine the age. Varietal, made using only one type of grape. Some examples of cognac or brandy bottles. Well, A quiz is planned. The link for the quiz is given in the description box below. Kindly attempt the quiz.